What's up, home bartenders? You know, I've said it many times, Bénédictine is my absolute favorite liqueur. It's so good. It's a brandy-based herbal liqueur from France, and I've described it often as the Christmas liqueur because the spices, the aromas that come off of this, it just tastes like Christmas. It's amazing. So I've decided to make for you 3 amazing Bénédictine cocktails that you can make at home this holiday season. And I've enlisted the help of my good friend, Coach Vino from the Progress Bar. So let's do it.
Starting with the Poet's Dream. This is a nice gin and Bénédictine cocktail. We're using this local potato gin from BD's distillery, so we need an ounce of that in our mixing glass. This is an equal parts cocktail, so ounce of gin. We're then going to do an ounce of our Bénédictine. That's a lot of Bénédictine. This might be a sweet one. And then we're going to follow that out with an ounce of a dry vermouth. This is a local dry vermouth from Ontario here, and I absolutely love this one. It's got a nice kind of subtle cinnamon note to it. Really nice. It's great in martinis. It's from Taw's Winery here in Ontario. All right, fill that with ice. We're going to give that a good stir, creepy face stir, and then we're going to serve this in a Nick and Nora or a coupe, a stem glass. And there it is, beautiful color. And we're going to garnish with a lemon peel that I'm going to express those oils onto the glass and then give it a nice design there.
The Poet's Dream. I've actually had this one before, but it was a long time ago, so I don't fully remember it. Oh, that's nice. It's not super high ABV because there's only 1 ounce of gin. It is very sweet because there's a full ounce of the Bénédictine, and as well as the dry vermouth, which is still a sweeter fortified wine. It's a tad too sweet for me, but the flavors are really nice. The botanicals of the gin, all the goodness coming from the Bénédictine, and then that nice light crispiness from the dry vermouth. This is absolutely delicious. If I were to tweak it, I would just maybe up the gin to 1.5 ounces, lower the Bénédictine to maybe 1/2 ounce or 3/4 ounce, just because it is giving it a little too much of that syrupy sweetness. But overall, just a fine cocktail. Let's move on. Guys, solid start to the video. 2 more Bénédictine cocktails coming your way. If you like what you see, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit that little bell, get notified, because we're always releasing new content.
All right, next up, we've got the Monty Carlos. Basically a riff from the Monty Carlo, which is an old-fashioned using Bénédictine as the sweetener. And this one here is going to be using Reposado tequila instead of the rye whiskey. So 2 ounces of a Reposado tequila. Then we're going to do 1/2 ounce of our Bénédictine. Remember, for an old-fashioned, guys, you want to use a tequila that you enjoy because it's a stiff drink. Don't use any cheap stuff. A dash of Angostura bitters, followed by a dash of Peychaud's bitters. Perfect. Give that some ice. And give it a good stir until the ice settles in the glass. Serving in a rocks glass. I've got my regular ice. If you had a big rock, that would work as well. And for garnish, an orange peel, which we're going to peel, express the oils, and then decorate it and place it in the glass.
The Monty Carlos. So the Monty Carlo is one of my favorite holiday Christmas time old fashions that is rye and Bénédictine and some bitters. This is a riff on that and basically the exact same recipe, but instead of rye whiskey, we're using a Reposado tequila. Hence, Carlo becomes Carlos. Cheers. It's nice if you like tequila old fashions. It's definitely a nice one. I think I still prefer the standard Monty Carlo with the whiskey. The Bénédictine and the whiskey goes really well. I actually made it recently in my Christmas nightcaps video, so if you haven't checked that out, click that link. This is very nice, but I do prefer it with rye whiskey.
Hey Rob, what's going on, pal? So I know how much you love your smoky cocktails, so I picked out a little something I think you're gonna absolutely enjoy. And this cocktail is called Fluorescent Gray, and it comes to us from the fine folks over at the Franklin Mortgage in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let us look at what is in the sauce. All right, first, you're gonna need a half an ounce of our Dom Bénédictine. Next, you're gonna need a half an ounce of Cynar Amaro. Now look, if you don't have Cynar Amaro, don't let that stop you from having a good time. You know, we're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time, right? So go ahead and try another Amaro like a Verna or Montenegro and just see what happens. You never know, variety is the spice of life. Next, we're gonna need 2 ounces of mezcal. And now you're gonna wanna stir that for about 25 to 30 seconds. Next, we're gonna get our glass out, and then I'm gonna give it a little absinthe rinse, right, folks? And now let's go ahead and pour our drink in. All right, and there we have it, folks, our Fluorescent Gray cocktail. Let's go ahead and give this bad boy a sippy sip. Cheers. I mean, right in the nose, obviously you're gonna get that absinthe and a little bit of the smokiness from the mezcal. Cheers. Oh, that's really nice, guys. Really, really nice. You know, I thought 2 ounces of mezcal is gonna be really smoky and super smoky, but actually the Cynar and the Bénédictine help to mellow it out a bit. So you're still getting them smoky notes, but the absinthe also adds a nice roundness to it. Very nice cocktail. Oh yeah. So Rob, I think you're really gonna enjoy this bad boy. So, you know, go ahead and make it, give it a review, let me know what you think. And remember folks, when life gives you lemons, make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.
Vino, that sounds absolutely delicious, so I had to make my own. This is the Fluorescent Gray. Oh yeah, you had the right call with mezcal. I mean, anything smoky, I love. But the mezcal in here, that smokiness, that intense smokiness on the nose is absolutely amazing. Then you get the agave and the botanicals from the Cynar and the spices from the Bénédictine. Ooh, that's nice. All right, guys, it's rating time. 3 fantastic Bénédictine cocktails that you can very easily make at home. And which one was my favorite? I think I'm gonna give it to the Fluorescent Gray. Good call, Vino. That is fantastic. The mezcal with the Cynar and the Bénédictine, it creates just this warm, smoky, amazing sipper. That is a phenomenal drink. Second place, gonna give it to the Poet's Dream. Really good, great flavor in that one. I would just tweak those ratios a little bit, a little more gin, a little less Bénédictine, just because that syrupy sweetness is a little too intense. And in last place, the Monty Carlos. It's not a bad drink, especially if you like tequila old fashions, you will love this one. All right, guys, what you need to do now is go over to Coach Vino's channel, The Progress Bar, because he's got 3 other Bénédictine cocktails waiting for you there. So go check out those recipes. It'll be linked below or somewhere here. Make sure you check that out. And in the meantime, if you want to see my entire playlist of Christmas holiday cocktails, click this playlist right here. Or if you want to see my Christmas nightcaps video, which includes the Monte Carlo, click this video right here. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas.